Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm Cowherd Kieran, and I am joined here by the man, the myth, the legend, my boss. Yes, I'm glazing a little bit, and those are not prescription glasses. Mr. Emmanuel Acho.
Do I have to tell you these are prescriptions?
I won't believe it until I see them with my own eyes, man. I will not believe it.
It's good to see you, Cowherd.
It's good to see you too. We also got Social Trey in the building. How we doing today?
Social Trey.
Social Trey in the building. What's up, fellas? I'm glad to be here, man.
Oh my gosh, good to see you, Social Trey.
Likewise, man.
We're having a good day.
What a day.
What a day.
Well, hey, glad y'all are here because this show is about to be epic. Yes, we talk sports, but as Cowherd gonna tell you, we got a lot to talk about. What's on the menu,
We
G?
do have a lot to talk about. We got starting quarterbacks talking that cash money stuff. We got world champion sprinters going to take steroids publicly. And we also have to talk about Mr. Jimmy Kimmel.
Whoa.
Not a late night show host anymore. This is crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, insane news right now. Jimmy Kimmel out as the host of his late night show.
Bro, here's my thoughts. Is free speech still free? Like, for everybody who yells and proclaims, we hate cancel culture, but then you cancel a man from his national platform. Is free speech still free? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what happened to the very First Amendment? I would suggest for 234 years in this country, we had freedom of speech, but you could suggest there is no greater moment in which you've seen freedom of speech no longer be free than this one right now, with Jimmy Kimmel being suspended indefinitely for his comments that he made. So those are my first thoughts. Now, my secondary thoughts as a content creator, Cowherd, talking to you, a young content creator, thinking for myself and all y'all future content creators, freedom of speech is not freedom of consequence. And unless and until you are your own boss, freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence. You can say whatever you want to say in this life, but you might get punished for what it is that you say in this life. And so, yeah, freedom of speech still exists. First Amendment in 1791, all good and well. But freedom of consequence, nah, G. Like, that's what I'm left feeling, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean, it's pretty insane. I didn't see his comments until earlier today, but he did make some comments about the Charlie Kirk shooter. And, I mean, almost immediately ended up being taken off of air. President Trump came out and had some choice words to say about him, though, as well. Trump, let me see if we can find the quote right now. I ended up losing it. But essentially, he came out kind of dunking on him. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, straight up dunked on him. He said essentially, your ratings were bad, and your late night TV's not missing anything by you being gone.
Here's my thing. Social Trade, let me holler at you for a moment, bro.
Please do.
In the world where our president is dunking on folks, and then our lead, host of some of the biggest night shows is making jokes in the midst of tragedy, where are we supposed to go collectively as a society? Because, again, I'm not for cancel culture, but I'm also not for a joke being made after Charlie Kirk's death. Like, Jimmy Kimmel, he makes his jokes, but I think there has to be some sort of boundary for ha-has and kikis. Yeah. So I know Jimmy Kimmel was dunking on President Trump after the tragic death and assassination of Charlie Kirk. I'm not for that, but I'm also not for Trump dunking on Jimmy Kimmel for getting fired. If we are the next generation, and we're the next generation, hopefully, of content creators, and we're all the next generation of hopefully leaders, but if these are our leaders, who are we supposed to follow?
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. And I think, just like there's separation of church and state, there should be separation of politics and entertainment. Why is the president of the United States even commenting on something that's going on in the entertainment? There are so many bigger things in the world to worry about than Jimmy Kimmel's show getting it just seemed like a cheap shot. You know what I mean? So
yeah, we do have the full quote here. He said, "Great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel's show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage for doing what needed to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and even worse ratings than Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are all so horrible. Do it, NBC President DJT."
crazy.
It's kind of funny.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of funny.
He's top, probably the funniest president I've ever seen in my short life.
Like, say what you will about President DJT.
That's crazy.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I'm really torn on, like, these are our leaders, Care Bear. You're the youngest person in the studio. 27, I believe you just turned.
Yes.
Like, if the president is supposed to be the leader of the country, and Jimmy Kimmel, he's not supposed to necessarily be anything, but he has one of the biggest mics in the country.
Yeah.
Like, who are we supposed to follow? And also, how do you feel as a content creator knowing, like, yo, people can get now canceled for speech?
Yeah, no, I think it's very interesting. You can have your standpoint, like you said, though. Your standpoint doesn't mean that you're free of consequence. I'm a person that really just does not talk about politics from time to time because I'm the guy that you go to talk about sports and get away from the politics or get away from whatever it is that you have going on in your personal life. But to me, I think it's a little crazy. It's a little alarming. And you talk about free speech. The First Amendment reads as follows: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of people to peaceably assemble and petition the government or for redress of grievances. Mm-hmm. To me, the country was founded upon being able to voice your opinion.
Correct.
Now, like you said, there are consequences that come to maybe your opinion might upset people, ruffle some feathers like that. That's just you as a person. You have to make that decision. But I do think it is somewhat concerning to have an entire show that I grew up, just having on ABC have every night be just wiped out, giving comics
the most memorable moment of my adult career, my 30th birthday, most memorable moment of my adult career, my 30th birthday I spent on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Like the most memorable moment. I dropped a book. It ends up a #3 New York Times bestseller, Uncomfortable Conversations with the Black Man. The man behind me, Jimmy Kimmel, was so kind as to have me on his show. We had a phenomenal conversation about healing the world, educating the world, loving the world, unifying the world, bridging the gaps in the world. It's not to say I haven't made my mistakes. It's not to say he hasn't made his mistakes. But at the point in which you can no longer voice your opinions in this life, it's just a very slippery slope we're walking as a country, where you are now getting canceled by individuals who have suggested we hate cancel culture. It's a very slippery slope when free speech is not free. We got to check ourselves. But like you said, this show is supposed to escape politics. So can we escape politics?
We can escape some politics.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and talk about a quarterback in the NFL that's been showing out. You're a huge fan. Maybe too big of a fan going on right now. Baker Mayfield made some news this past week, not only leading his team to a dominant victory, but he also had some choice words to say at a press availability when asked about chirping at C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Let's take a listen.
What up, Bake?
Gardner-Johnson, just what's the mentality like in those moments for you?
We don't take any shit.
Run it back. Hey, can we turn up volume up, please?
So what's the mentality in those moments?
Johnson, just what's the mentality like in those moments for you?
We don't take any shit.
Now, look, I don't like Baker Mayfield. He went to Lake Travis, don't like that school. He went to Oklahoma, don't like that school. He went to Texas Tech, don't like that school. He's played for teams that I don't like in the NFL. If he was on my team, I'd love him as my quarterback. So I gotta be honest. He's a dog, brother. He is a dog.
Bake. How can you not love Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield is the ideal quarterback in here and in here. We can talk about the arm, we can talk about the legs, and not the arm as far as arm strength, because Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen came on one of my previous shows and said had the strongest arm of any quarterback in the National Football League. So I'm not going to question his arm strength, but Baker Mayfield has that dog in him. Find another quarterback that got more dog in him than Baker Mayfield, especially if I can use this, dog per pound. You feel me?
I hear
you. You hear me? Like dog per pound. You
Yeah.
know how they say, like, how this is the fastest, the strongest person per pound? Baker got more dog per pound. Josh Allen might have more dog total.
Yeah.
But he's 6'5", 250. But as far as dog per pound, 6
Give me
foot,
Baker. Give me Baker.
210, that might, you know what I'm saying?
I hate that I like Baker this much, man. Because he really hates all the teams that I love so much, bro. But if you're being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. A quarterback that does what we have a video right here of what happened in the game the other day.
Yeah, let me see.
He picks up this first down.
Yeah.
He picks up this crazy first down when they gotta have it in this situation.
Gotta have it.
Picks up the first down, goes down. Will Anderson ends up tackling him. Looks like he's hurt. C.J. Gardner-Johnson says something. He gets right up. Guess what? Hey, I'm fine.
Get up.
We can get active.
Yeah.
We can get active right here.
Whatever you like, we can do.
Exactly.
Whatever you like,
And
we
this
can
goes
do.
back to college, though. When he played Kansas, he's not shaking dudes' hands because they was disrespecting him in pregame. He's talking trash on the sideline.
Yeah.
We're talking about a quarterback from Lake Travis and Austin, one of the wealthiest, nicest neighborhoods.
I know.
And he's out there hitting a Dougie with the best of them, man. I got to root for Baker a little bit, bro. I got to. I'm sorry.
You know me. I have no issues with my dog, Young Bake. Social Trade. I'm lonely with the chat, bro. What's up with the chat? What's up? It's early. I apologize. Y'all might not have y'all's fingers ready. I know, but I miss my YouTubers. I miss my YouTubers. If you're watching on Twitter, we be in the chat on YouTube. What's up with the chat, bro?
So I did ask a question. Was Trump out of order for dunking on Kimmel? 57% said yes, 43% no, and it is getting very tense in the chat right now.
It?
Yeah, they kind of turning up. They talking about they want to fight each other in
Oh
the
my
chat.
gosh! Hold on.
They trying to tell me to chill out and not
Oh
get
my
canceled.
gosh!
Yeah, it's
People,
I'm not gonna lie, Smoking
People.
Joe's Pit Barbecue.
grab a drink in the
yeah.
chat.
Let's
Please.
let's chill.
Let's all
Let a
relax.
heart
Yeah.
say,
Take a
people,
deep breath.
please. Can we in unison? Hold on, Cameron.
Yeah.
Can we?
Yeah.
On three, just one deep breath.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Listen. That felt good.
I felt really good. I felt really good.
better.
I felt really good.
In the
Right
chat,
now.
I hope
Yeah,
y'all better.
y'all should follow along.
Yeah,
do
no,
the
for
same
sure.
thing.
That's good.
Hey
That was
man,
great.
Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. I look at him for brisket videos. He put me on the Lone Star Grill. I'm telling you, bro. He's going crazy, bro. I love your barbecue videos, bro.
Cameron, what's up on the menu, G?
We also got to talk about Baker a little bit more. Look, Baker, I saw this graphic. I had to bring it up for you guys. This is ridiculous. This
Talk to
supports
me.
your wild claim that he might be a top 5 quarterback in the league. Since the start of 2023, Baker Mayfield has more yards and touchdowns than Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. Is this real? Is this
Bro.
real? What's going on, man?
Let me say something that might actually impact y'all's life.
Okay.
Wow.
For a moment.
All right.
You don't get a second chance to the first impression. And the problem is Baker Mayfield's first impression in the NFL was not great. Cleveland Browns didn't have a winning record first season, didn't have a winning record second season. It was not until, I believe, Baker Mayfield's third season that he finally goes 11-5. But then, remember, the Cleveland Browns don't even decide to retain Baker Mayfield. I don't think they picked up his fifth-year option. If they did, there was tension there. They move on from him for Deshaun Watson. And all of a sudden, we think that Baker Mayfield's not good. Why? Because the Browns, which have never been able to properly identify a quarterback, told us Baker wasn't good, so we believed him? Shame on us. Shame on you. Shame on me. Since Baker Mayfield has left Cleveland, he has been a top 10 quarterback because Cleveland, the team that is worst at identifying quarterbacks, told you, told me, told my dog Care Bear, told my dog Social Trey, told all of us that Baker wasn't good and we believed him? Come on now. Baker won them ones. Why are you breathing heavy, Social Trey? Why are you breathing heavy, Social Trey?
I gotta agree with you. Can the graphic be put back up there? If not, no worries.
Yeah,
but
I
I
got
just
you.
want to say, kind of piggyback off of what Bucky told us in the Speakeasy the other day.
Yep.
Baker's one of them ones that he's taking in a dark alley
Yeah.
because he knows he's coming out shooting. When I look at that list, it's only one other brother on that list that I'm taking in a dark alley with me to come out shooting. And that's Lamar Jackson. If that's not elite,
Wow.
Well, what you mean by that? What about Pat?
and I ain't
You're not taking Pat?
in a dark alley with me to come out shooting.
Hey, man.
No, he ain't got that
Nah,
dog
he
in him
got- He don't have that dog in him.
like Lamar. Nah,
Played with the
he's
ankle.
he's amazing.
I can't let you do this.
But to
I
just
can't let
run,
you do this.
I
cannot let you do this.
if I'm in a real sense of danger,
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Lamar
let's talk
Baker
about it.
is
Let's
who
talk
I'm
about it. Let's talk
rolling
about the
with.
Patrick Mahomes disrespect. First Super Bowl run, what does he do? He has double-digit comebacks in every game leading to a championship, okay? Down 24. Guess what he did? He came out swinging from that locker room. He came out swinging from that bench after being down 24-0.
Yeah.
The next time he won a Super Bowl, he had an ankle sprain. Played through it the entire time. Could barely run. Was taking shots lowering his shoulder. Patrick Mahomes is a straight dog on that football field. He might not show it because he's mild-mannered. Maybe he's soft. Sounds like Kermit the Frog a little bit with a country accent. But you cannot tell me that Patrick Mahomes doesn't have that dog in him as much as a Baker Mayfield. I can't believe I allowed this to turn into a Baker Mayfield glaze-off.
so maybe we talking about two different dark alleys. I think you talking about on the gridiron. I'm talking about in a real dark. Because that's what I took. That's what I took Bucky Irving to say in you know what I mean, when he was in the locker room to
Social
speak.
Trey, you
My
gotta
bad.
clarify.
I should have led with that.
You
I should have led
gotta
with that.
clarify.
I'm literally talking about coming out of a dark alley shooting.
Social
yeah.
Trey.
LJ,
Lamar
That's
from
all
Domino
y'all.
Beach, man. He definitely doing that.
You got Care Bear.
I know I got
You got me- you got me tilted, man.
You turned them into Care Polar Bear instead of Care Black Bear.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Come
I
on.
apologize, man. My Care Bear. Should we another woo?
One more woo song.
Okay, all right.
On
gotcha.
3.
That's my fault.
1, 2, 3.
Feels good,
I
man.
won't
Feels
let it happen
Feels
again.
good.
That's on me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Social Trey.
Feels good.
That's my
feels
fault.
really good. Now time to get me more tilted. An awful take was dropped today by one Colin Cowherd. And look, I love Colin Cowherd. He does it like some of the best of the business, right? But he had a take today saying, I would make an argument today. The greatest coach in the history of football is not Bill Belichick. It's not Bill Walsh or Vince Lombardi. It's Jim Harbaugh. He then goes on to explain, Acho, that it's because he's going to be a guy that's in the NFL. If there was an NFL and a college football Hall of Fame, he'd be in both.
I need a barf bag.
I'm sorry.
Our bag is great.
That might be get it out. Get it out. Make sure you get it out. Yeah, no, that was nasty. That was nasty.
That was a gross take. Let's just talk since the turn of the century for a second. If you want to include college, the greatest football coach has to be Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll won 2 national championships at USC, was about to win his 3rd if not for Vince Young and the University of Texas. He then goes to the NFL and within 10 years goes to back-to-back Super Bowls, of which he wins 1. Pete Carroll produced 3 Heisman winners. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, Carson Palmer. Jim Harbaugh produced none. Pete Carroll produced the Legion of Boom, of which he did not draft his own safety from USC, Taylor Mays, instead drafted a safety from the team Texas that ended his three-peat, Earl Thomas, and helped Earl Thomas become a Hall of Famer soon to be. He also acquired Richard Sherman in the 5th round, who was likely to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He also acquired Bobby Wagner in the 2nd round, who was to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. If you are going to mention the greatest coach, including college of all time, and I'm just talking since the turn of the century, I'm going to ignore Jimmy Johnson, I'm going to ignore Barry Switzer for the sake of this conversation. It is Pete Carroll. People, please.
I don't get how you can make this take when, like you said, there is an active coach in the league that has more skins on the wall than you. It's not even remotely close. At the NFL and at the college level, he was a better coach. Pete Carroll almost had a three-peat, had one of the great, before Nick Saban came around, when I was younger, you know what the dynasty was in college football? It was Pete Carroll's USC Trojans.
Yes, sir.
It was Pete Carroll's USC
Yes,
Trojans.
sir.
When he gets to the league, not only does he win back-to-back national championships, he's a Malcolm Butler 1-yard line interception away from being the only coach in history, probably the only coach to ever, because I don't think this would ever happen again, possibly win back-to-back in college and back-to-back Super Bowls in the NFL.
Talk about it.
And I know you won't mention the turn of the century. I will. Barry Switzer won 3 national titles in college and then went to the NFL and won 1 with the Cowboys.
Preach.
Jimmy Johnson won a national title with Miami and then went to the Cowboys and won multiple Super Bowls.
Preach.
You are out of your mind for saying Jim Harbaugh is the greatest football coach of all time. Look, I understand he's doing great things with the Chargers. Do I think he could possibly lead them to a Super Bowl? Absolutely. He's got a long way before he could catch some of the greatest of all time. And he has time, but no. As of right now, one of the most asinine takes ever. You know what the crazy part about
What's
this is?
crazy?
He limited the conversation to just about college football and pro football combined. I understand Nick Saban didn't do much at the NFL level, right? 7 national titles is not getting touched in our lifetime. I'm sorry. I don't think another coach is going to do that.
True.
Bill Belichick, 6 Super Bowls is not getting touched again in our lifetime, most likely. You have to put them ahead. You can't say he's the greatest football coach ever when he's not even the best in his league.
I know. Calm down, Care Bear. Calm down. We
on.
have a lot of show to get to. A lot. It might be time, Social Trey. I think we need another.
Another woosah? Okay.
Okay.
One more. I'm 3.
Hey, we really working Care Bear up.
I know.
today.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm 3.
Yeah,
Are
you
you already
said
in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 3. 1, 2, 3. That's good.
Feels good. Feels good right there.
good. What else on the menu?
I think we're now in a good mental space to go ahead and go to the next segment. Acho, it's time to talk about your top shelf teams. I'm talking about the best teams in the NFL. The teams that you're most impressed by. The teams that you would love to see. Maybe the ones coached by the greatest coach of all time, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Can we get to the super chat? Super chats. Okay, so we did get a super chat from Jose. He's trying to switch gears. Acho, you probably want to come back to it. But he says, what's your favorite MLB team? And it better not be the Trash Stros. Also, tell Shady the Yankees suck. Let's go Dodgers. Shohei is the GOAT.
Favorite team because they was lit last year, and I was watching a game at Cosm when Freddie Freeman went, woo! I gotta say right now it's the Dodgers, and it's the home team right now in LA. What else we got?
We also have a super chat from Victor who said Pete Carroll revived Geno's career, and John hasn't done that.
Yeah, hey, Pete Carroll. Actually, hold. If Pete Carroll turns Justin Herbert into the one, not a potential one, if Jim Harbaugh does, shout out to Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Because Justin Herbert has 5 touchdowns, no picks this year. Last year, I think he had 23 touchdowns, 4 picks. That's 28 touchdowns, 4 picks over the last season in 2 games. Hold on now. Anything else, sir?
That's it. So
Back to the top shelf.
Yep. Top shelf teams. Acho. Which one of these teams are you most impressed by?
Okay, so here's what I wanted y'all to see when I show y'all my top shelf teams. The bottom shelf, but still making it, the Colts, because they're 2-0, shout out to them. The Broncos, they could be 2-0 if not for a dumb penalty against the Colts, so I'm putting them in that tier. The Niners, they're 2-0, but I don't know how impressed I can be by the Niners. The Commanders, though they have 1 loss, they're still a really good team. So they're my 3rd team in the tier. Then my team on the second shelf. They're not top shelf, but my team's on the second shelf. The Rams, because of how good they've looked, and Devontae Adams and shown he's still going to get busy. The Bucks, 2-0, Baker Mayfield, comeback drives in both of the first 2 games. The Ravens, I get it, they have a loss, but they're still the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson. The Detroit Lions, after putting up a 50-burger on the Bears. Hey, second shelf. My top shelf teams, however, 4 of them. Chargers, 2-0, look good, offensively, defensively. Bills with Josh Allen, look good. The Packers, right now, they look like the best team in all of football. Then the Philadelphia Eagles, you got to be the champs until somebody beats the champs. They're still in the championship level. They're my top shelf team. Care Bear, any issues with the list, sir?
I don't have any issues with the list. I think it's just pointing out to me how good Josh Allen is. Now, look, I wasn't one to be the Josh Allen Glazer of the group. I wasn't one to say that he even deserved to win MVP last year. But all this man has done is proven time and time again how good he is. Look at the top shelf teams. Chargers. Pieces on offense and on defense. Packers, pieces everywhere. Eagles, the most talented team that we've seen since the mid-90s Cowboys. The Bills don't have none of that.
None of it.
The Bills have some pieces. Don't get me wrong. On defense, you get the Joey Bosa. You get you got Deion Dawkins at left tackle. Yes, you have some, as any team does. But what makes that team special? What makes that team the differentiator between the bottom shelf or off the list entirely?
It's the quarterback.
One of the well lickers.
It's the quarterback.
It's the quarterback.
The quarterback.
Josh Allen is amazing.
Hey, chat, y'all like my teams? We cool with the list? I mean, I heard Care Bear, he rocking with the list. Social Trey, you know what I'm saying? He ain't breathing heavy. I think he might be rocking with the list. Is the chat, they rocking with the list? Social Trey, y'all rocking with it?
Well, J Kid's not. J Kid said, you put the Chargers and Packers over the Ravens? Are you high?
Wow.
On the second, J Kid.
Absolutely. What?
J Kid, you said? Hey, bring my camera in a little tighter. Bring my camera in a little tighter. A little tighter. Look, J Kid, I ain't never met you. I ain't never known you. But am I high? J Kid, am I high? No, my question is, are you high? J Kid. I don't even know what the J stands for. It might stand for joke. Might stand for jokester. Might stand for jester. J Kid, am I high? Because the Packers are 2-0 team I got against over a 1-loss team. Am I high? Because the Chargers are 2-0 team I got ahead of. You know, move the camera back.
J Kid sounded like joking and kidding around right now.
That's what he sounds like. Like a big joke and a big kid. J Kid, you watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, J Kid. Anything else, Social Trey?
That's it. I just want to say I'm glad to see the Colts up there. Sorry the Cowboys didn't make it.
I love this comment. D. Will said, switch the Eagles with the Cowboys. I should have. Honestly. If I had any say so, would have done it.
What else on the menu, Care Bear?
We got to talk about a team that was nowhere near this list. We got to talk about the Bears. Ben Johnson, in his press availability this week, had some harsh words for the team and words that I honestly like hearing a head coach say. We're going to pull up that clip real quick.
I think our practice habits are yet to reflect the championship caliber team. I think our practice habits are.
It's just like straight like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, he's not lying. He's not lying. Their practice I think it's one thing to talk about execution on game day. You can tell the frustration is going on right now with Ben Johnson because he's talking about practice habits.
Yeah.
I can't implement what I want to do. I can't install what I want to if y'all aren't practicing to a level that's meeting my standard.
Bro, you know what Social Trade, Care Bear View, what I love about this. One, he said the quiet part loud. Ben Johnson said the quiet part extremely loud. But I love when you feel uncomfortable because what is supposed to be great around you is very average. And I love when you voice your discomfort with that. I was at the University of Texas. My first 2 years at Texas, we were 24-2. Only had 2 losses, one of which was in the national championship game. I got drafted to the Cleveland Browns. You'll love the story. I won't say the head coach's name, but after a practice in Cleveland in the offseason, the coach comes up to us and he says, fellas, bring it in, fist up, bring it in. He says, if you practice like this for the rest of the year, we'll look up at the end of the season, we'll be 13-3. We'll be 12-4. And I'm thinking to myself with my fist raised, did you just give us losses? Like, you're saying in a motivational speech that if we were perfect, we're still going to lose? That's the mentality here? I'm coming from a university that had an undefeated regular season. You talking about if we're perfect, we'll lose? I was like, I'm uncomfortable here. I've been on shows before. Obviously, I've worked at 2 separate networks. I've gone to one network, gone to another network, and worked for like 3 or 4 different shows. And I've gone to certain shows, and I'm like, no wonder y'all don't rate. Like, y'all don't do what it takes to rate. Y'all don't pre-show meet. Y'all don't post-show meet. Y'all don't discuss rundowns ahead of time. As soon as the show's done, y'all just leave. Y'all don't talk throughout the course of the day. Y'all don't talk throughout the course of the show. There's no camaraderie. There's no family element. Like, of course y'all don't rate. I was listening to Russell Douglas. He plays for the Miami Dolphins. They play the Buffalo Bills tomorrow, starting cornerback. And he said, hey, why do the Buffalo Bills win so much? The reporter asked him, and Russell Douglas said, because they do things the right way. Implying that there's a wrong way to do things and also implying that the Miami Dolphins might not do things the right way. I love that Ben Johnson's coming from a team that's gone to the playoffs 2 years in a row and went to the NFC Championship game, and he's like, we don't have the right practice habits. And the reason he can say that is he knows what the right practice habits are. Yep. And there's nothing more I've loved from Ben Johnson than to say, look, the way we're doing things, you can't win like this. Care Bear, you'll like this one too, dog. Sorry I'm venting, YouTubers. I'm sorry. No. You'll like this too. We had 54 days to put this show together, Social Trade. Got let go by Fox July 14th. Had 54 days to put the show together. I was advised, Emmanuel, just do it on a laptop. Just do it at your house. You know, just throw something together. 54 days is not enough time to get into a studio. And I said, that's not the Acho standard. I don't say that to brag on myself, but I say that to say there's a certain way you do things that's to a standard. Me doing this show in the basement of my house with, a Emmanuel Acho sign behind me, and you're on a computer and we're all in boxes. That's not the standard. That's not the standard of excellence. The standard of excellence is let's get in the studio. Let's make the studio top notch. Let's talk to our fellas on YouTube and our ladies on YouTube, and let's turn this into a family. Yeah. And so I love Ben Johnson knows there's a standard of excellence. And right now our practice habits aren't hitting the standard. Our quarterback's not hitting the standard. Our offensive line's not hitting the standard. Our running game's not hitting the standard. Bro, I loved it, bro. I loved it.
I love it. I think it really helps that he came from a team like the Lions, where Dan Campbell got there and immediately was like, hey, if we don't have talent, we're gonna play tough. Yeah. Regardless. Yeah. I need effort. Like you saw people buying. You saw Jamal Williams. They're crying, breaking the huddle out there because of how much it meant to him and whatnot. I think things like that are beautiful. And Trey,
we got our new personal record for a super chat.
Yep.
And it's a repeat super chatter. Travion Powell sent 35 bits. We appreciate you, bruh. Yep. We appreciate you.
Yo! Yeah.
Now he said nothing.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
He just dropped the bag and left. he did the when you get the fort you.
Yeah.
Was it an accident?
I don't think so. I asked him. I said, "Do you want to say anything?"
Oh, there we go. He just commented. He said, love the show.
Okay, perfect.
I was depressed watching other sports shows when y'all were off air. The new show made my day. What do you think about what Tua said about Josh Allen? If you checked the show yesterday, we touched on it a little bit.
But for $35, we don't answer again.
We spin the block.
For $35, we don't. You hear me? For 35 nickels, we
spin the block. That's nothing, Travion. Sit tight.
Appreciate you.
We said yesterday, Tua was glazing way too hard. Yeah. Like, we already know Josh Allen is better than you, Tua. We know he can do things you can't do, Tua. Don't tell us. You know, like, if everybody knows the girl's better than you, don't remind me that it's a bad or broad.
Yeah, right. No, that's fair.
Wow.
I'm with you. One more time.
I'm with you on that.
I'm with you for a reason at the end of the day.
You feel me? Like, we know.
I'm with you.
We know
Yeah.
Hallie looks better.
Right.
Cool. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm not walking around saying it. Hallie's not walking around saying it.
Yeah.
Josh didn't say he's more talented than you, Tua. Mike McDaniel didn't say it. And Mike McDaniel knows Josh is. It's like, if we already know that she better than you, don't remind me that I'm not with the baddest one.
Yeah.
Keep it a secret.
Yeah.
You got better personality. You were raised right. Phenomenal household.
Yeah.
You can throw
There's
down.
qualities to you that we enjoy. Like, the fact that you're, I completely agree
Highlight
with that.
those qualities.
Exactly. Highlight those qualities. Yes, you may not, and that's the thing that really bothered me about
Talk
his
to
quote.
me, bro. Talk to
his
me.
quote. He said, "I can't do half the thing that guy does," and it wasn't followed up with a "but." I have this dedication to working.
Correct.
It was just like, he's amazing. He's a lot better than me. It sounded to me. I'm
Say
to be
it.
honest with you. It sounded to me like those dudes that they you'd probably never talk to me.
Oh,
He's
my
way
God.
He's way taller than
lamest
me.
the lame.
He's just way cooler than me.
Never give a guy like me a shot.
Yeah, you never give a guy like me a shot.
Yeah, man.
That's exactly what it
Can
sounded
I get a
like.
hug?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my God. Worse. That's
Can I,
the
exactly
worst.
can I,
what it sounded
and
like.
then open arms too. Can I get a
Bruh.
hug?
Yeah.
Can I get,
Where
can I
my
get a
hug
hug?
at? Where it at? Exactly what it feels like.
God.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Tua was a "Can I get a hug" guy.
Yeah, right now he's where my hug at. With that comment, he's very much aware of my hug at. That was tough.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
We're gonna keep things rolling though.
Keep it
here.
rolling.
We got to talk some college football. My favorite, Colorado, expected to shift back to Caden Salter as a starting quarterback. He started the first 2 games, then ended up getting benched for Ryan Staub in game 2. Ryan Staub got the start in game 3. They got smacked by Houston, and now he is back as the quarterback. The question for you, Acho, is what is happening right now with Colorado's situation, and is Deion reeling without the presence of his son?
Bro, first off, Shador Sanders must have been way better than we thought. And shout out to Colorado for retiring his jersey. Because Colorado at this quarterback position and Deion right now, they seem lost. Caden Salter, he starts the first game. Colorado takes an L. But remember, Colorado played, I believe, 4 quarterbacks in game 1. Then game 2, we go to Staub. And Staub wins game 2. But then in game 3, Staub looks putrid. Colorado's offense looks anemic, putrid. They get trounced by Houston, and now we're trying to figure out, are we going to go back to Caden Salter? Like, it's been 4 games, and I think Colorado's played like 4 quarterbacks and started 2 of them in the 4 games. I'm just like, yo, without Shador and Travis Hunter, this Colorado team just looks in all types of chaos.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you lose a Heisman winner.
Yeah.
You lose a first-round talented quarterback, win the 5th round, but you lose a first-round talent, you're going to fall off. But you know this.
He was drafted too.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you know this, bro. You know this better than anybody as a super college football fan, is like your 3rd year is your year.
Yeah.
That's when your recruits are now juniors. Your 3rd year is actually when you're supposed to blow up. Texas with Steve Sarkisian. First year, I think we went 5-7.
Yep.
Under Steve
5 and
Sarkisian.
7.
Second year, what do we go?
We go 8-4.
8-4. Third year, we're in the college football playoff. We lose to Washington. 4th year, we're in the college football playoff. We lose to Ohio State. 5th year, obviously, who knows what's going to happen? Texas doesn't look great, but like by your 3rd year is when you have your players.
Yeah. I commend you for bringing that up, because that to me is what I see being the issue for the Colorado team. Yes, you do have talented young players that you got. You got a Draylon Miller. You have a Jordan Seed in the left tackle. You have talented players. But has Deion Sanders built this team around players that he got out of high school and developed? No. He has built this team around 1-year, 2-year rental transfers. And it's hard to build team culture. It's hard to continue that team culture. Also, I mean, Deion had a lot to deal with this offseason, as we found out. He had surgery. I mean, it was really, really rough. So I'm giving him a benefit of the doubt for this season entirely. He wasn't even with the team for months at this point. But to me, you haven't built the team to be there year in and year out. Create a culture. Have that veteran leadership. I'm getting my veterans in from other schools 1 year, and they weren't veterans over there.
Yeah.
If they were, they would have been there. They would have stayed there. It's hard to create that type of team culture that you're talking about from those other teams. Year 3, year 4, year 5, those are things that you see. Like it's going to be an up and down thing. It's going to be like Florida State, in my honest opinion. Florida State built their teams off of transfers. They go 13-0. The next year, what do? They go 2-10. This year, they look like world beaters again. Why? Because they're building their entire team with transfers. I think this is the issue for them. I think, yes, losing Shedeur is a huge, huge, huge problem. But it's just not going to be Colorado's year this year. Hopefully you figure it out next year. Hopefully the transfers that you bring in are
But the
capable.
kicker is you can't sustain off transfers.
No.
Transfers can take you from great to elite. That's what happened at Ohio State.
They're supposed to be hole fillers.
Correct.
They're supposed to. I can plug a hole with
Yes.
this transfer.
Like-
okay, maybe our defensive tackle room this year for Texas. Defensive tackle room was light. You add 6 transfers. Now
Yeah.
you have one of the best defensive interiors in the country.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do those things. That's what you use a transfer
But you
for.
have to have a
build your roster.
nucleus. You have to, like, when Ohio State won its national championship, Caleb Downs, transfer from Alabama, obviously helped. Quinshon Judkins, transfer from Ole Miss, obviously helped. But Jack Sawyer, homegrown. Emeka Buka, homegrown. Jeremiah Smith, if I'm not mistaken, homegrown. Like, you also have to have the nucleus of your roster be some homegrown cats, and then transfers are the cherry on top. They can't be the whole pie.
And what was Colorado's nucleus? It was Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. That was their nucleus. And you notice, hey, first year, we struggled a little bit. We had our ups and downs. The next year, we were way better. Because the heart of your team is there. They're developing. They are the culture.
Can they turn it around? Because here's my fear is if you're an athlete, if Colorado's not winning, now why would I go? I don't want to go to Boulder, nor do I necessarily want to live in Boulder. Deion Sanders, because of how high of excellence he has, he will discard you if you're not going to play well and play well and play well immediately and play the right way. Do you see Deion being able to build it back up again? Shedeur was a top talent in college. Travis Hunter's a Heisman winner, a generational talent.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, it's not like they won the Big 12. You know, shout out to them for winning 9 games, but still go to an Alamo Bowl, if I'm not mistaken, get the break speed off of them by BYU. Do you think Deion can build something?
I think he can. This season, I'm not going to lie, it's cooked.
Yeah.
I think it's cooked already. I don't see this Colorado team maybe a bowl team this year. I'm just being honest. I think they're maybe a bowl team. If they make a bowl, I'm giving them a round of applause. I do think they have young players that can turn into those leaders that they need. A Julian Lewis, extremely talented young quarterback. A Jordan Seaton, a left tackle that's going to be a first rounder likely.
But will he stay?
That's the question. I think he can. I think if they're really believing what Deion is selling, and that's why they went there in the first place, why leave whenever it gets a little tough? I know how talented I am. I know I can develop. I know I can do things.
I need a poll real quick, Social Trey. Would y'all want to play for Deion Sanders? Would you want? I'm just very curious, right? Like, I had strict Nigerian parents growing up. I went to go play for Mac Brown, College Football Hall of Fame coach, you know, all the things. Would you at home watching this either want to play for Deion or, depending on your age range, would you want your kids to play with Deion? Talk to us in the chat. If you're watching this show on X, we're on YouTube right now. Just type in Speakeasy on YouTube. If you want to get involved in the chat, if you want to super chat, if you want to join the fun, holla at us over there too. What else we got, Care Bear?
To keep the conversation rolling about transfers, the NCAA is eliminating the spring transfer window and shifting to a single portal window. Sources tell CBS Sports. We got some craziness going on right now. So, essentially, to give the breakdown for this spring transfer portal window, there's 2 of them. You have one in the winter, one in the spring, after spring football is done. This is a football-specific ruling, and I'm going to be honest, I love it, Acho. I absolutely love it. You have had teams go out there and not have spring games. So you've had teams cancel spring games because they were too worried about tampering. Now you have one transfer portal window. There's too many kids in the transfer portal right now anyway that don't find homes. We're going to have one window. Hey, at the end of this season, how do you feel about being here? Can I keep you? Can I not? I have to build my roster, and I want this team to be able to gel and figure it out through spring and fall camp. And guess what? If you have a bad spring camp, you can come back and fix it in fall camp instead of maybe getting in your head and saying, oh, I'm going to hit the transfer portal. Yeah. I absolutely love one transfer window. It was in my opinion, it was really messing with the sport, and the tampering got out of hand because of this spring transfer window.
I'm going to say something, bro. And in the league, only played 4 years, back up, all the things. College, your boy was a 3rd-team All-American. I'll let me. The transfer portal has created a lot of punks and a lot of cowards. The transfer portal has created a bunch of scaredy cats. The transfer portal has created a bunch of imposters. If you're going to play somewhere, go play there and beat whoever you need to beat out. And if you got to wait for a year or two to play, you wait for a year or two to play. And then when you play, you dominate. I played in the national championship game at the University of Texas. Everybody on our roster, starting base package and nickel package on defense, all went to the league. Everybody drafted. The one person that didn't get drafted, Blake Gideon, current defensive coordinator at Georgia Tech, a Georgia Tech team that, by the way, is 3-0 and just beat Clemson. So he was a brainiac on the squad. Everybody there drafted. Did I start my freshman year? Absolutely not. Did I start my sophomore year? No, I started to rotate. But by my junior year, second team All Big 12. By my senior year, first team All Big 12 and the third team All American vote AP. You go, you work, you eat. You don't run like a coward. So I love the transfer portal being limited because it's created a bunch of cowards in football, a bunch of people that aren't about that action. And as somebody who played the collegiate game at a very high level, that I can speak to.
Wow.
I had to get that.
I mean, yeah, no, that was
That was
heavy.
fire.
That was heavy, Trey.
That was fire,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie. That was,
I'll let you know right now.
That was
Social Trade clipping that.
yeah, no, we clipping that. So
That's
Trey
going
gotta
up
clip
after
that
the
one.
show for sure.
Said it's created a lot of cowards. I mean, I agree. I
I need to
wholeheartedly agree with you.
hold on. I need that. That did something to my spirit. I need a
little woos.
I need a
Little
woo
woosah?
sign.
Okay,
I need a-
okay.
I need a woo. On three.
Yeah, I got you.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I needed
Yeah.
that was for
That's
me.
it. That's it. Yeah, no. You
Thank
needed
you.
that
Thank
one.
you.
You needed that one.
Listen, he's my brother. He's not heavy. We got you.
Thank you, sir.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're here for. We have to talk about Kyler Murray at his press availability this week. Had some things to say about Marvin Harrison Jr.'s targets. Let's go ahead and roll the clip because this is something.
Throw the ball, Marvin, every down.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you should have more targets in a game right now?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah. I say it every time. Like, do I wish all of them could get 10 targets a game? Of course. There's only one ball. We've been playing this game for a long time. We all understand how it goes. Some days he's going to get 10. Some days he might get 3, whatever it is. And Mike might get 8. You never know.
Throw the ball, Marvin, every down.
How are we feeling about this?
Gosh, you don't say that.
Yeah.
They drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., a son of football royalty, by the way, and number 4 overall.
Yeah.
Number 4 overall. Drafted him maybe ahead of Malik Neighbors
Yeah.
and Brian Thomas Jr.
He was the number 1 wide receiver taken in that draft.
in that draft class. Malik Neighbors, if I'm not mistaken, got like 12 targets week 1. Is over there catching, he catching bombs from Russell Wilson. And you're saying he might get 3 targets in a game? Like, you have to understand, feed your best players because your best players make things go crazy. Had he said he might get 3 catches in a game, that's different. He said he might get 3 targets in a game, meaning you're only going to throw it to him 3 times. I mean, he might get 1 catch. Come on, Kyler. You got to understand people better. Telling a receiver that's supposed to be a superstar he might only get 3 targets in a game, instantly going to shut him off. And then you have to understand your offense better. Getting Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball is a win. Please don't follow the Jalen Hurts model.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't strike me as the type of guy to have crazy ego. I know some wide receivers that would hear their quarterback say, yeah, some games you might get 3 targets. They're in the GM's office the next morning.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm staying at that. You drafted him top 5, and you're saying some games, yeah, he might get 3 targets. I'm not saying you have to force feed someone. If they're trying to take him away, I completely understand playing smart, educated football. But also at the same time, you took him top 5.
Yeah.
Sorry, you pay him too much, even on a rookie contract, to not be targeting him more. And when you look around the league right now, the same wide receivers in that class. I've seen Ron Madunze making plays.
Yep.
I've seen Malik Neighbors making plays.
Yep.
I watched last season Brian Thomas Jr. making a lot
Yep.
of plays. Has Marvin Harrison Jr. lived up to the hype that we had for him coming in?
Not at all.
No. And I think a lot of that has to do with him not being targeted. Now, hey, I haven't checked out the All-22 yet. I'm getting on my All-22 game. But maybe when I check out the All-22, I'll see Marvin Harrison Jr. Maybe not separate.
Can you stop watching all 22?
No, I need to watch All-22. I have to be somewhat knowledgeable. You can't have opinions without being able to talk crazy about some
Bro,
All-22.
did you see my tweets? I was up at 11 p.m. last night watching Chargers game tape. Watching
Yeah,
Chargers
I did see that.
defense.
Yeah,
Did you
you're
see
a
that?
football
I did
sicko.
see that. I woke up this morning. I'm like, this is a sick man. This is a sick man. I tell you.
You're a football sicko. Look, I want to be that way.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, though.
It is
it's a good thing to be
It's
that
a
passionate
healthy
about
sickness,
something.
if that's
Yeah,
even
no,
possible.
It is. If you can lock yourself in the film room,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so staying on topic, being that you have the background of a professional Who has that conversation with Kyler? Should it be the head coach? Should it be the GM? Should it be like is the conversation? You know what I mean? Listen, we got a player morale, or is it? I went and drafted this guy forward. You better get him to.
I think it's got to be QB coach. I think QB coach has to have the wherewithal to say, "Hey, Kyler, you know, as somebody who's played the position before, I feel you, but we got to make sure we feed Marvin, and at minimum, feed his ego."
Yeah.
Half the battle in sports is just feed your stars' egos, even if you can't feed them the rock. What's funny, Care Bear?
Sorry, no. Ed Flores in the chat said Rome's career is gonna die in Chicago. I'm sorry. Sorry, I thought that was wild. We also had one earlier. They said Tua and Josh Allen was like Stephen Urkel versus Stephon Urkel, which I thought was hilarious. But you know, chat's
wilding.
Chat don't disappoint, man.
Chat
don't disappoint.
We appreciate y'all. Y'all wild. What else on the menu, Care Bear?
No. So we got to talk. You talked about Shador's number being retired, and it was a good decision. Let's talk about whether it's a good decision to retire the number of one Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks. There's been some growing support within the organization that they are going to have a jersey retirement. I know there was strong support internally within MSG to retire Carmelo Anthony's number. And checking around about this over the past decade past couple of weeks. Goodness gracious, I can't read. I can say that there remains strong support internally for retiring the number again. I can't say with 100% certainty that the Knicks will retire his number, but the internal discussions about the topics have continued in recent weeks. The decision to retire or not retire Anthony's number will ultimately be made by owner James Dolan.
Can I say something that might be unpopular? And I'm leading with the fact that, like, I'm not a hoop head. I am a football junkie that loves basketball and loves track and field. Why would you retire Carmelo Anthony's number? What did he win in New York? I believe he was there for 7 years. I believe 6 All-Star appearances, maybe 7, a second-team All-NBA, a third-team All-NBA, but they got to the Eastern Conference semis once. First-round exit another time. What did he do in New York? Like, I think Carmelo's name was bigger than the winning part of his game. Now, was Carmelo a walking bucket? Absolutely. But if you retire Carmelo's jersey in New York, are we just lowering the threshold of jersey retirements to that of an All-NBA team or two? Speak, light skin.
Look. I'm not going to lie to you. The Knicks need more jersey retirements, right? You look at the retired jerseys right now. It's Walt Frazier, Dick Barnett, Earl Monroe, Dick McGuire, Willis Reed, Dave DeBussy. I don't know what that name is. Bill Bradley,
I don't think that's it, brother.
And Patrick Ewing.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's how you say that.
Give me the name of the jerseys retired in New York.
It's Walt Frazier, number 12, Dick Barnett, 15, Earl Monroe. 15 also Dick McGuire. 19,
was everybody just named Dick back then?
Yeah, I think so. They just had
it was just
Richard. Everybody named Richard.
Richard wasn't going by it. Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure. Well, could we not get more creative and like?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this one Dick.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call that one Dick.
Yeah.
Like,
then the
next
homegirls
thing
call
you
each
got
other.
baby dicks
What you
all
name,
around,
baby?
a bunch of baby dicks.
Yeah, pause that.
Man, we got Super Balls, man. I'm sorry. That's two.
You know what? Hold on.
I don't know how to say his name.
That's a drinkable offense.
That's a drinkable offense. I'm tied in, Mike Wise.
Oh,
can you
allow me to do?
Yeah, I got you, Trey.
Sorry. Social Trey's pouring the drink.
I gotta find out how to Dave DeBoucher. Yeah, I got you.
You're the bartender. Thank you.
I need a glass over there too.
I'm just that was a drinkable offense.
For sure.
That was a drinkable offense.
That was tough.
Honestly, after Jimmy Kimmel got canceled, we might be in trouble.
Can
you get a glass? You're the bartender. Can you get a glass?
My fault, man. My fault.
Goodness gracious.
I'm a really bad bartender. I'm not gonna lie.
Golly.
You could not make me a real bartender.
Like,
I drink everything.
You sound like Tua.
Being honest, I can never be a good bartender.
Okay, you trying to run off with the drinks? Relax.
I told you I get
Relax.
excited. I get that liquor in my hand.
Yeah.
But for the next conversation with Melo, man, even just for GP, like Patrick Ewing was the last retired jersey. That brother ain't laced them big ass knee braces up and knee pads since, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And he didn't win shit.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
I'm with you.
You're
I'm
right.
with you. I looking at some of the stats though for some of these other guys, they don't really have the same accolades. Maybe they were on the championship winning team, so you have more aura. But I think Udonis Haslem having a retired number changes the outlook on retired numbers.
fair.
The fact that the Miami Heat, Miami Heat are just, they might
But
be,
here's my
they
question.
might be an outlier.
Here's my question. When you close your eyes, and this is for the chat too.
Okay.
When you close your eyes, is Carmelo Anthony a Knick or a Nugget? Because to me, he's a Nugget.
I'm going to be honest with you.
I don't see Carmelo Anthony as a Knick.
I'll put it this way. Carmelo Anthony played his best basketball for the Nuggets. Carmelo Anthony is most well remembered for being a Knick. He is New York. For any reason other than elite scorer,
Okay.
top 3 in MVP voting while he was with the Knicks.
Yep.
He's from New York City, New York.
Yeah.
He played college basketball in the state of New York.
Yeah.
He won a national championship in New York. He went to the playoffs and gave a team belief in the city of New York. I'm sorry, like he will always be
And he
remembered.
cheated in New York too, right? That has to count.
Yeah, no, that is, oh wow, that's sick.
You're listing all his accolades.
Man, I guess if that, sure, that counts.
I think this is. We can
Yeah.
see what a 5-year difference does.
Yeah,
for
no.
sports opinions. I'm explaining.
no,
what
I
I mean
remember
by
him
that.
with the Nuggets. I remember him.
But you didn't feel Melo as a 6, 7, 8.
Oh, hold on.
Year-old.
That's a possible offense.
Jesus Christ.
That's a
I
possible.
didn't feel.
Please
6, 7
please drink.
Melo.
That
What?
was crazy.
That was crazy.
Hold on. I need a whole reset. And lights got to go dark, please.
I'm gonna pack it up.
I need a whole show reset immediately.
We're losing recipes. right now.
Immediately.
Immediately.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
No, change the topic.
Let's get
I'm done.
I was gonna say,
We're getting out of this mellow conversation. Goodness gracious.
All right, yeah.
What is
I'll
going
say- I'll
on
say-
here?
I apologize.
To recap, you know what? Sure, we should retire his number. Let's also talk about more basketball. Jimmy Butler has reached out to the Warriors front office to try to understand exactly what their plan is. Quote, in that ESPN article, they mentioned Draymond and Jimmy have checked in and reached out to Jonathan Kuminga. I can confidently say that Jimmy Butler has also reached out to the team and been like, what's going on here? I just wanted to know the plan. Can the Warriors win with Jimmy Butler moving forward? Or can the Warriors just win a championship again,
Bruh,
period?
here's my thing. I want to say that the Warriors can win a chip with Steph and Jimmy, but we saw the dilemma last year. Can all of those 3 aging vets stay healthy? Steph got hurt in the playoffs. Jimmy got hurt in the playoffs. Jimmy already doesn't play a lot in the regular season. And so can Steph plus Jimmy stay healthy? And then lastly, I won't stay here very long, Jonathan Kuminga is a poor man's Jimmy Butler. And so Kuminga and Jimmy can't play on the court at the same time. We saw that in the playoffs. I don't see it coexisting for a championship perspective. But anyway, Care Bear, for the sake of time, what else on the menu,
Yeah.
G?
Well, we have to talk about this. One of the craziest things I have ever seen in professional sports went down today. Former 100-meter world champion, former fastest man in the world, Fred Kirley, announced today he is joining the Enhanced Games.
What are the enhanced games?
The Enhanced Games is an initiative created by some, I guess, millionaire, whatever, to have athletes compete while using performance-enhancing drugs to see if they can break world records. And, I mean, this Enhanced Games setup is ridiculous. It's crazy. There is a $1 million prize if he breaks the world record. They're competing next year in May in Vegas. The Enhanced Games, he's going to get to run the 100. And if he breaks Usain Bolt's record, he'll get a prize of $1 million. He recently got suspended for a whereabouts failure with I believe it was WADA, with real drug testing. I'm shocked by this.
Bro.
Legit one of the best athletes in the world.
Here's my question, bro. Why do we got to pervert everything in this country? First is the enhanced BBLs.
Oof.
And now we got to enhance games. Body parts wasn't enough to enhance. Now you got to enhance my sports. I like my sports au natural.
Wow.
I like my sports with a little jiggle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Cellulite. All of that.
All of that.
All of that. I need it all.
I want my sports with some cellulite in it.
Yeah.
I want my sports with some stretch marks.
I feel of it. Tiger stripes, we call
Come
them.
on now.
My dog.
Talk about
That
it.
light skin
Talk about
telepathy right
Talk
there,
about it
brother.
right
Yeah,
there,
that
man.
went right over Acho.
Yeah,
That
it went right there.
Yeah, that was fine.
Get them tiger stripes, man.
Like, but like, in all seriousness, though, why we got to pervert everything? The enhanced games, to me, is what's wrong with society. It's not if you can't beat them, get better. It's if you can't beat them, cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see a world record so bad that I'm going to cheat. Because remember, when you cheat, what's it do to your body? Look up some of the athletes that have cheated over the course of time. What has it done to their bodies?
Look at what it did to Tiger Woods' career. Oh, no, that different type of cheating. Different type of cheating. Okay, sorry, my fault. Got you. That was crazy.
Wildin'.
Yeah,
You're
no,
wild.
but no, I'm a little wild. But we also have video here from the enhanced games before. There was an Olympic swimmer that competed in Paris.
Okay.
I believe he made the final. Didn't really do too hot, but then he was set to retire.
Okay.
He decided not to retire, decided to join the enhanced games,
Okay.
and ended up breaking the world record, getting $1 million prize. Here's him right here breaking Cesar Cialo's 2009 50-meter freestyle world record, juiced out of his mind. Jesus. So I'm saying, look, you can say whatever you want about enhancing sports. For $1 million, you can inject me with all the unicorn piss you need to, bro. I'm taking it. I'm being honest with you.
Really?
I'll do it. What do I agree with what Fred Kirley did? You're still in the midst of your career and you're an all-time great. I think it stains your legacy. Harshly.
There's no legacy. There's no legacy. You're the enhanced game champion.
Wow.
Because remember, the world record's not ratified.
No.
And it's not going to be dignified by anybody with any sort of competency within the sport.
Yeah.
So congratulations. You broke Usain Bolt's record on drugs. Woo!
Yeah.
Go break the 400-meter world record open naturally. Go break Wade Van Niekerk. I think he still has it, right?
Yeah.
Go do it naturally.
Yeah.
But like, and mind you, Fred Kirley, he's already suspended, I believe, for a year or two for missing tests or whatnot. Don't get me started.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I think Fred is an amazing athlete. He won a world championship at the 100 after being a medalist at the 400. And
he's one of the greatest all-around athletes ever.
Yeah, no,
400,
exactly.
200, 100. We're not going to lose y'all track nerds today.
Yeah.
We'll save the track talk for tomorrow. Because if Sidney McLaughlin breaks this record, we are going to be insufferable tomorrow. Anyway, what's up?
Speakeasy going up.
Insufferable.
Speakeasy
going up.
Oh, yeah.
Sidney do that.
Speakeasy going up.
Speakeasy going up.
Speaking of going up, you ever been on a date and watched a game on your phone?
Had to.
I think that's just a part of being, an adult. We have a we have footage here, or not footage, a photo, goodness gracious, of Bradley Cooper walking with his date in with the birds loaded up on his phone. I'm gonna be honest. I think Philadelphia Eagles fans, for as much as I do not like them, they just do being a fan better.
Hey,
they really do.
Hey, Bradley Cooper, you one of the realest Eagles fans there is. Because not only are you going on a date with the beautiful individual, you said, hey, my Eagles gonna be in my hand just like you gonna be in my hand. You feel me?
Bars.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like Bradley Cooper said, I get it. I'm gonna hold you in one hand and I'm gonna hold my Eagles in the other. I'm not gonna say which one I like more, but hey, which one closer to his heart? Hello.
I feel you.
Hello.
I feel you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, which one?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I agree with that.
Speaking of good questions, we do have a good question from the chat.
Chat.
They said, "Do Barry Bonds records count since he was on steroids?"
Ooh.
How you feel about the
Can I tackle this one? This is actually one of my favorite videos I've ever made. Barry Bonds, before touching a steroid, was the greatest player in baseball. He had won already 3 MVP awards. He had already been, in the 90s, the best player in baseball. And you know when things changed? 1998 home run race, the year I was born. Huh, what a great year. Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire go out. They have a home run race. 2 players that could not even come close to being as good as Barry Bonds. During that year, Barry Bonds had to watch Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire get all the credit for being the greatest players in the game. And, oh, my goodness, they broke the home run record. They're the greatest. They beat Roger Maris's record. Oh, they're amazing. He said, what about me? Oh, y'all think that's impressive? Y'all think that's cool? I'll show y'all what happens. I'm past my prime a little bit, but hey, I'm going to show y'all what happens if I start doing what they're doing. Since everybody wants to do this, I'm going to start doing it. Keep in mind, everybody in that era was doing it. Almost everybody. Mm-hmm. There's one guy that wasn't, Ken Griffey Jr., which is why he's still regarded as one of the greatest of all time, right?
Thanks.
Barry Bonds gets on that. He breaks baseball. The man he has over a 500 on-base percentage. You know what that means? Half the time he walks up to the plate, you gonna have to put me on. He had a higher on-base percentage without even getting a hit of anybody else in the league, just because everyone was too afraid to go against him. Sorry. Yes, his bat speed can be improved. His hand-eye coordination wasn't. He was one of the best hitters in baseball before he touched the steroid. He was a first ballot Hall of Famer, no question, before 1998. After that, he ends up having the craziest years of his entire career and breaks baseball. I believe Barry Bonds should still be in the MLB Hall of Fame. I absolutely believe that. I believe that he was in an era where everybody else started getting more credit than him whenever he was the best player. He was just the best player.
Let me ask you this, because I don't know enough about baseball. I'm not for cheating in sports. Why is Barry the one that's out and others that cheated in?
The way he did it.
Elaborate.
Andy Pettitte came out afterwards. You know what? We're talking about a guy in Barry Bonds that had to go before Congress because of his lies. You know what I mean? Like it's the same way with Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong, cyclist, ended up cheating. It's the way you did it. Everybody else in that era was cheating. He was lying about it. He was extorting people. He was being a jerk about it. And because of that, no, I couldn't just come out and say, yes, like I was on this. Maybe you get stripped of a title, but you're not completely banned from the sport like he is now. It was the way Barry Bonds went about it. You had other guys, Alex Rodriguez. I don't know if he'll be in the Hall, but he might. He has a better shot than Barry Bonds did because of the way he went about it. He still was a little, I don't know about it, but I believe cheating in baseball, is it a sport that hurts people? Is it a sport like I'm swinging a stick at a ball at the end of the day? And
God, dog.
Boss is crazy, man.
You know what? Sorry, we gotta.
that's
a pause.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I might have had to.
Get your little sip. Get your little sip, Kirley.
Get you a little sip. That was crazy.
That was wild. That's 3 in one show.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's unprecedented.
That's
I've been on one.
completely
Shady is going to
I've been on
be
one.
extremely disappointed.
Shady
in
will
us.
lose his mind.
He's gonna be
Yeah, no,
upset.
it would have been crazy. It
gonna be
definitely
upset.
would have been crazy.
Care Bear, what's else on the menu, G?
Let's go ahead and let's cheer it up in here, man. Let's go ahead and cheer it up. Let's get to let's cheers. Acho, it's time to give some people some credit out here. So who you want to cheers to?
I got to cheers to my former teammate Deshaun Jackson, now coaching in college, and his program already has more wins this season in 2 than the last 2 years. Deshaun Jackson out there doing his thing, letting people know, putting people on state. Deshaun Jackson out there at Delaware State, starting the season 2-1. So D-Jack,
Yep.
I'll cheers to that.
Cheers to D-Jack, number 1 ranked rushing offense in all of the FCS. Crazy. Having a great start. I'm going to go ahead and cheers to the greatest football player of all time. I'm not just saying this because he's a light skin. I'm not just saying this because, he's from the greatest football state ever, the state of Texas. I'm saying this because this man means so much to me. Whenever my Cowboys start struggling and I want to get nasty, I stop rooting for them and I claim that I'm a Chiefs fan because they originated in the city of Dallas. And it's because of him that I have the ability to do that. When the Cowboys lose games this year and get statistically removed from the playoffs, there's only one team I root for, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick, you saved my life. You mean almost as much to me as LeBron James does. I love you, Pat. Cheers. Happy birthday, brother.
Cheers to that.
Greatest 30-year-old quarterback in NFL history.
I don't have time to disagree, but I'll cheers.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
The social trait you choosing?
I told y'all the other day I'm a man of many hats.
Okay.
My favorite and most important hat is that I'm a dad.
Amen to that.
And we got a new famous dad.
Wow. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Gigantic deal.
Yeah, gigantic deal.
I mean, there couldn't be a bigger deal in all the deals.
Listen,
Are you having a kid?
I'm not. No.
Oh, okay.
Not
Who's
yet.
Who is?
having?
Stephon Diggs and Cardi B
Oh, wow.
welcoming a new baby into the world.
Wow.
So, I just thought we'd cheers to them. This is his first, I believe.
I thought he had 3 on the way.
3 on the way at the same
Oh,
time?
yeah, he might. Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing?
Let me not spread
NFL
Let me not spread falsified information. People get sued on podcasts now. I read it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to rescind my cheers then.
Oh,
Cheers to
you
me.
Cheers to you for being a dad.
For being involved.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, we're
We're
not
not
cheersing
cheering
for
to
being a dad?
No, we're not.
Oh, wow.
We're cheering to Stephon Diggs and Cardi B.
Oh, wow.
Okay, all right, cool then.
All right,
Cardi B,
okay.
these is red bottoms, these is buddy shoes. That Cardi B?
Yeah, that
cheers.
Cardi B, yeah.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Shout out Cardi B, man.
Shout out to Cardi B.
Cardigan backyard again.
Cardi.
What they be calling her.
Is that what I hope nobody's ever called her?
I
But hold
call her
on, why
that all
y'all
the time.
keep cheersing and not sipping? I'm the only one over here sipping. Y'all know how cheers works?
How does cheers work?
You say your
Oh, yeah,
cheers, you dink
go,
glasses,
I'll
and
show
then you take
go,
a sip.
You go like this. Time for last call. It's time to close out the bar, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
crazy. Got me on here drinking by
I
myself.
mean, I'm already feeling it, brother. I'm stuttering on my words. I can't read. Goodness gracious. All right, time for last call. Tomorrow night, we have Thursday night football, so
Let's
you guys
go.
know what to do. We're going to be right here live in the Speakeasy. Me, LaShawn Shady McCoy, that guy right there, dancing and doing whatever that is. And also, Social Train will be back here as
Social
well.
Train!
It'll be a great time. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button to be notified whenever we go live. We appreciate all of y'all for coming in here. And let's go ahead and get our last thoughts before we get up out of here. Is this Mike McDaniel's last game as a Dolphins head coach? Acho, quickly.
Last game as a head coach? No, it's not. Mike McDaniel's expected to lose to the Bills. He will lose to the Bills more than likely. Bills are 12.5-point favorites. So McDaniel just survive and try to see another day.
Survive in advance.
Survive in advance.
Survive in advance.
Hey, y'all wake up. It's 6 o'clock Pacific or 9 a.m. on the East Coast. Sydney McLaughlin-Nevroni is running the most exciting event track and field has ever seen. It's the 400-meter hurdles. She's going against Marlady Paulino, Saeed Nasser, and Sydney. If Sydney breaks the record, we might see a world record fall. It's a dirty record, 47.60. If Sydney breaks that, this show going crazy.
Yeah, it will be, no joke, the craziest world record to be broken in our lifetimes in track and field. It is a dirty record, and like he said, tune in tomorrow, 6:24 a.m. Pacific. 9:24.
Where's it at? It's on Peacock, right?
I believe it's on Peacock.
It's on Peacock.
You guys should tune in for that one as well.
And then we're going to be in a speakeasy, like he said, right after the game.
Yeah.
It's up!
It's up, baby.
It's up!
Appreciate y'all
And
for
it's
tuning in.
stuck.
Hey,
Shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B.
We'll see you guys next time.
Love y'all, bro. We out. We out.